What's up, YouTube? This is Dave's Had Enough 187. This is a video to do with the PS4 supposedly being boring to some people, and another video from Dave. And yeah, pretty much I want to do a video about this, but before I get into that, I've been wanting to do a video actually for the past, few days, but I've been just doing other stuff, and I actually got to see the UFC pay-per-view 168. It was great. I saw it over at a buddy's house. Me and my other friend went over to a buddy's house, and we saw it. It was fucking great. He got it on pay-per-view. And pretty much, you had Anderson Silva versus Chris Weidman, and I think that's how you say his last name. And it's a rematch from July. And pretty much, I've been wanting to see this fight. A lot of people I know have been wanting to see this fight too. And it's not what happened. It was not what I expected. I thought Anderson Silva was going to fucking demolish him. That wasn't the case. Pretty much, you had in July, you had Anderson Silva, that was the middleweight champion. He lost his belt because he was pretty much acting like an idiot in the ring. He was acting like he was hurt, and then when he actually did get hurt, people didn't think that he was hurt. You know, he got popped in the fucking face. But a little bit before that, he was acting like he was hurt, like he was falling and stuff. And he actually got his ass knocked out. He lost the belt, and then here was the rematch. And pretty much Anderson Silva was supposed to show everybody Anderson Silva again. And yeah, he showed us Anderson Silva again. Anderson Silva's career being over. Pretty much the first round, Chris Weidman fucking just had him on the ground and just was like elbowing him. He was fucking him up. It wasn't anything I expected. I expected, like I said, Anderson Silva to win this match. Second round, Anderson Silva, you could tell he put a lot of power into this fucking kick. And when he kicked him, Chris Weidman checked his leg. That's what would be blocking it. And then his leg just snapped. You literally saw that just fucking snap. It was kind of sick looking. And then all of a sudden he fucking fell back on that leg, and you could tell he was done. And it was something else. And I don't think Anderson Silva will be fighting anytime soon. And they said it's the second time this has happened in UFC history. I think his career's over with. But it is what it is. Another good match was what I was wanting to watch was Ronda Rousey versus Miesha Tate, and that was a feud that was going on since the Ultimate Fighter when they trained different teams, and then this was the big match from that where the feud started. Well, I think she was supposed to fight her anyways, but that's it happened from that. That's what was building this matchup, and pretty much Ronda Rousey came out fucking determined. Ended up fucking throwing her around like a fucking rag doll, and attempted the armbar a couple times, but then got it in the second round, and she tapped out. And then she went to shake her hand, Miesha Tate, and then Ronda Rousey just wasn't doing it, and she went and talked to the guy from Fear Factor. I can't remember his name. He's usually the guy who talks to them after the match. And she said the fans were, he noticed all the fans there. You couldn't help but notice all the fans were fucking booing her. You could hear it from the TV, it was just loud. But she said stuff about her family, and she said she's a great fighter. She did a really good job in the match, but she wasn't going to shake her hand after what she said about her family. She is kind of a prick, that Ronda Rousey. She's just like a snob, so I don't know. The fans were cheering Miesha Tate even though she lost, but she didn't like what she said. But yeah, it was a really good pay-per-view, but that's what I got to do last night. I enjoyed it. But yeah, I wanted to talk about this whole thing with the PS4 being boring. I've seen people making videos about the PS4. They got it and they're just bored of it right now. They liked it at first, and now it's just boring. The console has only been out. It's December 29th. It's only been out. It came out November 15th. It's only been out. It's December 29th. What, a month and a half? What do people expect for like a launch console? I mean, does anybody remember the PS3's launch? I mean, that was like one of the worst console launches I've ever went through. Even worse than the Wii U. I have to honestly admit that. The Wii U was a ghost town, but I think the PS3's launch was the worst. But I don't think the PS4 will be anything like the PS3's launch, or especially the Wii U too. You got third-party support, backing it up. They had a big input on the PS4, but you know, pretty much what this video is about is I don't get how people are bored with the console. You know, you get a lot of free shit with PlayStation Plus. Yes, you have to pay for online, but you get games like Resogun, which a lot of people like. You know, even that I hear that, you know, don't have the console, that's a game they would like to play. To me, it's just a fucking 2D shooter. It's going up and down, and you know, you go up down your little fucking ship, and it goes around in circles. The game, it's 2D going around fucking circles, and it gets boring to me. But some people like that shit. I enjoy Blacklight Retribution. It's a free-to-play game you get with PlayStation Plus. I think it's great. At times, I enjoy that more than Call of Duty Ghost because of the camping. Camping's fucking unreal in Call of Duty Ghost. But you just have, you know, Blacklight Retribution, Contrast, Resogun, Warframe, even DC Universe that was on the PS3. Yes, it was on the PS3, but it's a cross gameplay. But Resogun, Blacklight Retribution, Contrast, and Warframe you can play on the PS4. You know, you can't play that on the PS3 or Xbox 360 or Wii U. So that's a good deal with PlayStation Plus. And yes, it don't have many exclusives right now, but I believe they said they had 16 exclusives in development. I want to go into that on another video, but right now you got Killzone 4 Shadowfall, which I didn't like any of the Killzone series before, but actually I got to play the online multiplayer this weekend with PlayStation Plus, something that Wii U don't do with the eShop. No, nothing like that. You know, there's a reason why it's free. I'm just saying. But pretty much I got to play the Killzone 4 Shadowfall online multiplayer, and I liked the game. I enjoyed it. Another reason, just like Blacklight Retribution, there's not so much camping going on like there is in Call of Duty. So I enjoyed it, and I'm sure I'll enjoy the single player because I like the online multiplayer. I'm probably going to get this game. Most likely I will get it. And a lot of people are saying that, you know, Resogun's the only only game they would see worth getting. Like, you know, the Resogun is good for what it is. Free with PlayStation Plus. I could not pay for that game. I would think, in my opinion, this is my opinion, I think Killzone 4 Shadowfalls, on what I got to play the online multiplayer, is better than Blacklight or Resogun, in my opinion. Knack does look appealing to me, believe it or not. It's got some bad reviews, but, you know, with all the stuff you get from PlayStation Plus, and they got exclusives and all the third-party games that, you know, to me make a big difference. Like Battlefield's a lot different because it has more players and better graphics. Graphics make the game. I'm sorry, in that game from the PS3 and Xbox 360 version. I'm sorry, it looks like a totally different game. Call of Duty has more players too. Instead of 6 players on team deathmatch and domination, you got 9. So, to me, that's enough. I'm a big Call of Duty fan, so that's enough for me to jump. And the graphics are better looking on the PS4. Not that much, but there is a difference. You see the difference. Battlefield, of course, you see the difference. I'm just saying, I don't see how people are getting bored. I don't see how people are, you know, they don't see the difference. Like, not the difference, but they don't see the reason to get a PS4. And same thing with the, well, I haven't heard it so much. I heard about the Xbox One, but I'm hearing this a lot with the PS4. Like, I guess because you have a lot of the fanboys that, you know, are, you know, the Wii U weirdos that have to say something about the PS4 because it's doing so fucking well. I mean, very shortly it's going to outsell the fucking Wii U in its lifetime sales. Just give it a little bit of time. It's going to happen the way it's selling. I mean, they can't keep that in a fucking store. The minute it hits the shelves, it goes within an hour. I've seen it. So, I'm sorry. I don't see how people are bored of it. I don't see how people, you know, are saying they don't understand the leap, you know, of the leap from if they're on PS3 to Xbox 360. I don't understand why you would jump if you're on the Wii U side, or if you're even a PS3 owner and Xbox 360 owner. It's the graphics, it's the deals that you get on PlayStation Plus. I think you get a great amount of games. I'm occupied with it right now. It's only been a month and a half. So I don't understand this whole thing of people crying already they're bored. I'm having more than fun playing a fucking NBA 2K14. I am kind of pissed the servers have been down, but I'm sure that's going on with the other consoles. It's NBA 2K servers have been down for like 3 days. But I've been playing a lot of, you know, I've been playing this week. I've been playing Killzone 4 Shadowfall. I play Call of Duty, and I've been trying to finish up Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. So I'm pretty occupied. March, there will be games coming, and there's third-party support with PlayStation 4, so it's not like how the Wii U was at first. I mean, Wii U, I got bored of after 3 months, even with what that had. That's when I didn't get no DLC for the Call of Duty Black Ops 2. That was a big letdown. And there was no really, all the games I played were on other consoles before. And yes, PlayStation 4 is going to have the Tomb Raider definitive version, but they're still going to have a lot of third-party games that, Wii U isn't getting, And I didn't get to play Tomb Raider, so I'm looking forward to it. And I think it looks really good on PC, so I'll be really happy to play on PS4. I'm sure it's going to be pretty close to the PC version, from what I can see. But yeah, and another thing what people got to understand about PS4, and this doesn't really go along with what I'm saying, like, pretty much the PS4, it's going to be different this time around. You got, last gen with the Xbox 360 and PS3, it was all the same shit. The Xbox 360 came out. It had, better launch lineup. PS3 was a ghost town for a long time, like the Wii U. I think it was worse than the Wii U, in my honest opinion, PS3's game lineup the first year. But this time you got the definitive versions of games of the PS4 and third party. And you had them put a lot of input on the console, the third party developers. So third party is going to be it's going to be different for third party this time around. It ain't going to be on the Xbox 360 the definitive version of third party. PlayStation 4, I'm telling you, is going to have the better games exclusive wise, and it's going to have the better third party games. And right now, I'm more than content with my PS4. I'm having a blast. Maybe in 3 months, if shit changes, it usually takes me about 3 months after I get a console to get bored of it. The Wii U took about 3 months. I played, Assassin's Creed 3. I played Zombie U. I was playing Call of Duty Ghost. I mean, not Call of Duty Black Ops 2 on the Wii U. That's what kept me occupied for a while. Like how Call of Duty Ghost is keeping me occupied with the PS4 and NBA 2K. It's just NBA 2K14 is keeping me occupied. But around March, if there's some game delays, which I don't think there is going to be, then I'll be probably getting bored of the fucking PS4. But right now, I'm pretty content. And if people are bored, I can see why, kind of, but I don't at the same time. This is a launch console. I mean, I can understand if games don't come out, the console comes out and you don't get games till fucking August, then that would be understandable. Like, if we didn't get any good exclusives until August, then I could see why people would be bitching, like how it was on the Wii U and the PS3. PS3, I can't quite remember that whole, nightmare with that, but for a while there was only Resistance Fall. Man, I can see that was worth playing on that fucking console at first. It's just my opinion. But yeah, I have more videos to come. I'm wanting to do my, pretty much my reviews this week. I'm going to be doing reviews, not a bunch, just every once so often. I'm going to do a movie review. I want to do I want to do something about talking about different movies that are coming, different actors that are playing different parts, like with the new Beetlejuice. I want to talk about that whole thing, and Michael Keaton's playing Beetlejuice again. I want to talk about Scarface, the remake of that. Just different stuff like that. There's a new Pet Sematary coming. There's a new Stephen King's It. I want to talk about that. I will have all my gaming stuff. The gaming will be more of a focus on this channel, but there is going to be stuff like that and other topics of stuff that I just want to talk about. Kind of like how I did in the beginning of the video with UFC. But yeah, I got more videos to come, and thank you, YouTube.